Откройте дверь. Ладно, сюда пойдем. Экспо.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay. Sorry. Hear your name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really
Кто закрывает и открывает мне двери? Я не понимаю.
The obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people.
Just right.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Так, как? Я не понимаю.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
Spaniel.
Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
But
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise
Ничего не
you'll love it.
интересно. До свидания.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
А зачем?
If
О,
so, then please
птица.
step forward and
Это
press the button.
Мактиц. Мактиц.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again. Jim. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would
Я
still
просто
be worth the
нажимаю.
money.
Ничего не
Let's take a
происходит.
break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Просто Джим. Что за кнопка? Ничего не...
Whoa there, cowboy.
Jim.
Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Конечно. Кто за...
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you
А
actually
мне все
are.
равно. Я что-то мини-пизерную кнопку. Что? Это... Она что, такая маленькая, что даже не видно? Я забрал ее, окей? Я ее выкинул в мусорку. Мне интересна просто игра. Игра это какая-то неинтересная.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save
Но
me the work of
скриншот.
finishing this feature.
Чик-чик-чик-чик-чик. Скриншот, скриншот, скриншот.
На работу хочешь. Работяги.
Вот фото, вот фото. Мне все равно.
Эй, подтащила, здорово, что? Какие дела?
Хорошо.
Тортик скушай там.
Не,
Вот
потом.
там халявный, черная дыра, давай сейчас. Воды.
Так, черная дыра.
А что ты по-китайски выучил что-то?
Много чего.
Что, чего там импия?
Что это?
Сказал, здравствуйте, возьмите мою видео.
Я не такое не...
О, вы мунде. Типа, мы...
Я стримлю, окей?
Что?
Я стримлю.
Stanley, here's an
Yes,
idea
Tremio.
that I'm truly fond
sorry.
of. It's never been done before in a video game.
Well,
This is in fact
Испугался
that
этих.
you can fall down forever. That's
Да.
right. Infinite fall.
Всем привет.
You can fall until
Там, да,
the end
уже
of
никого.
time, if you like. A stunning leap
Так,
forward
что
for
за
video
черная
games
дыра?
medium.
Иди, смотри. Давай.
Вот как это... О,
Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say
сейчас
so.
разберусь.
Now then, Since you've
разобьюсь.
gotten to see the infinite
Это
hole,
как
you can press the
черная
teleport
дыра
button to pop back up
падать.
to the top, and we can
Самое.
continue on. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you
Да, я
even
хочу
more about,
самый
I guess,
вниз
the sequel.
прилететь. Полететь в самый низ.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what
Ага,
you're doing
конечно,
right now, but
бесконечная
forever.
дыра.
There
Ничего
really
не
are so
бесконечное,
many other
окей?
fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this,
Просто
and I
надо
would
30
very
минут
much like to
и
show you some more of
долетим.
them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button
О!
again so we can get back to what's really important about...
О,
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know. I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport
Так, давай
button to walk
почитаем,
up
что
to the
тут.
top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here
Самое
along the
прикольное,
way.
я думаю, это вот этот. Meeting at 2 p.m.
Встретимся, говорит, 2 часа у менеджера. А он говорит, треугольник нажимаешь, чтобы вернуться на поверхность.
Just the two.
Просто двое из нас, трое в замке.
Every pause is a Roman numeral to ask. Это прикольно.
И что, каждая пауза, это...
Это из Роман.
Я понял. Типа это книга номер 2, а не пауза. Типа это вторая часть, а не пауза.
Сигарета тут как-то.
Курил.
Смотри, как глубоко. Мы достигли сингулярности.
Вот такая она, сингулярность.
Сигаретами, записками, Ньюмаг.
Давай новое, помните, еще кто что есть.
А если бы... я еще раз.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yeah, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really, gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
А я не могу.
Is the teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean,
Да.
I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye,
Пока.
Stanley.
Прощай,
You couldn't
Стэнли.
bear to be away from the hole,
Я
and
так
now you'll
кинул
get more
дыре.
time with it
Теперь ты
than you could
проведешь в
ever
ней
have
больше
asked
времени,
for.
чем
It's
мог
a win for
предположить.
everyone.
Ты
You get
доволен?
to be with the hole,
Я
I
останусь
get to
тут
do
герой, а я
literally
смогу
anything
заняться чем
else.
угодно еще.
Take care, Stanley.
Бывай,
I
Стэнли.
hope you and the hole
Надеюсь,
have a
вы здоровы,
wonderful rest
отлично
of the day.
проведете целую вечность.
И вот так и все.
Ой, вот так. Так игра закончилась.
Это первая концовка.
Вот это секретик, конечно, да?
М.
Сейчас прыгну.
А если мы выйдем и еще раз прыгаем? Типа она больше не будет дырой никакой.
Ну,
Просто фоном.
секретик.
О.
Смотри.
О.
Это еще не весь секретик.
Пока.
Что, это прикольная игра, не скучная?
Не скучно. Такая музыка играет странно.
Прикол, слушай.
М.
Перспектива. А ты ходить можешь?
Нет.
Не восприятие. Она тебя познает. Это уже нет?
Смена реальности.
А, меня реально. Восприятие. Теперь нет. Окей, черный дыра. Перспективу поменяй тоже. Закрыть его. Закрыть. Сменись. Все. Закрывай. Все.
Моя самая любимая.
Stanley? 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 Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things,
Давай
you and I will have many, many
спим.
years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodaloo.
Я вернусь, покеду.
Давай спим.
Не, вот это вообще смешно, конечно. Ну, что ты меньше стал, что ли? Да. Все.
Я сел. И заснул.
Все, выкинул.
Here we are.
Yeah,
Go
I checked
on.
with
Try
Tom.
out some of the new
Did I?
features.
Сейчас опять пойдем.
Не, он там тоже сам будет.
Мне интересно.
Давай, ну, что там.
О, давайте выйдем.
Не,
Ура!
не, где ты выйдешь. Я проверял на других форумах, где ты просто выходишь туда. Вот там внизу что-то куда-то заворачивается. Так что...
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Что-то глючит оно. Видел?
Прыгай, кстати. Нет?
М-м.
А, ну, сказала я, говорит, хочу потом в сиквеле. Вот что нового? Там трофеи. Прекрати. Бесплатно трофей давай. Бесплатно трофей. Возьми соды.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Давай посмотрим. Он там будет что-нибудь? Что тут?
Да, другой помощь.
Какая-то, не знаю, кто это. О! Почти штука.
Все, сделал. Закончил.
Что? Можно мне это пусть?
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
А есть? А там еще одна?
Он что-то новое.
Подожди, 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 подожди. Подожди, подожди. Время.
Справа. А, ну,
Вот, смотри. Как черная дыра.
да. А, тот прыгнул.
А, все. Ран. Что это?
А, ну вот как работает механизм. Ты падаешь, она повыше поднимается.
А там question mark. Типа, что это? Непонятно, что это.
Ну, понятно.
Диппер. Вот там время. Там диппер.
Время глубина.
Distant pass. Distant space time. Distant space time. This. Там что-то.
А, и вот сюда еще не доходил. Но скриншот.
Два.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you
Get
go
well
with?
someday. Happy to birthday steppings.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Cool.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
А можно ли...
Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Yes.
Так себе, нам всем понравилось. Ты же белый выбрал. Назову тебе. А тот что? Вон там будет.
Вот это?
Что это?
TheStenlyParable2 bucket.
Ведро.
Какое-то ведро странное. Зачем тут ведро просто?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and
Bucket, just pick it
paradoxical,
up.
that
И
it
все.
engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Спасибо, я
Can you
заберу.
feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Забираем это ведро с нами.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Да, что нового? Зачем ты его?
Не знаю, я не покупал.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them and then your unremarkable life.
Я не могу.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Видите? А, вот.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait. Maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
Сейчас что-нибудь накидаю.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Сейчас там окажется. О, теперь ты. Теперь Стэнли Парабл 2. Может, даже было настройки глянуть. Эй, зачем?
Ой. Я скучаю.
О,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Да.
ведро. Ведро возьми,
Ведро.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Вернись назад. Что там? Сейчас это все высчитаешь. Не торопись. Ну ладно. Так, все, ведро взяли. И дальше.
А чё там просто рандомно такая штучка тут? Можешь же просто обойти.
Да, специально сделано, это прикол. Это иллюзорное ограничение. Да.
Самая главная вещь в игре это и ведро.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his
Ты
left.
можешь в любую дверь выйти.
Давай право.
This was not the correct way to the
Мне
meeting
нравится
room.
больше
But Stanley
правая
had
рука.
felt the bucket calling to
Мне не
him,
нравится.
telling him
Чувствовал,
that
как
the
ведро
employee
зовет, и
lounge
тем,
was
кто
simply the
вспомнит
place to
отдых.
be.
Ну что?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself.
Ведро самая нужная вещь в
How
игре.
insightful the bucket turned out to
Каким
be.
же проговорил,
No,
оказалось
never
ведро.
mind.
Впрочем,
The bucket
нет,
was
ведро
wrong.
ошибалось.
Stanley took the door on his
Stanley
left
вошел
to
в
go
левую
back to the
дверь,
meeting room,
чтобы
and so the
вернуть
two of them
переговорную.
detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Против.
Oh, good Stanley, I'm glad you found your way. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Что делать? Могу я вытянуть это? Что делать?
О, дверь открыта.
О,
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very
Давайте,
proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Это уничтожитель ведер.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already
Это
feels
мое
as though it's been
ведро.
part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Это мое ведро.
Can you guess what the
Ди-ди-ди-ди-ди-ди.
Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Не-не-не-не-не, я тебе не дам мое ведро.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. So I
Ага,
can hear you say,
если...
how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you
я
even say that
нажимаю.
about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for
Я
after this.
взорвется машина.
Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Не-не. Взорвалась. Взорвалась машина.
Биг бадабум.
О. Машина-то.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Нет больше машины по уничтожению ведер.
Хотя бы я забрал свое ведро. Я-то хотела забрать свое ведро. Так, Стас, все-таки надо положить
His co-workers
ведро,
were...
да?
Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a
Теперь
wave
все
of
знаете, где
comfort
надо
rushed
положить
over
все-таки
him.
это ведро, да? Ну,
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the
Да-давай.
correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had
Потом.
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee
я
lounge
посмотрю
was
тут
simply the
сначала
place
все
to be.
концовки.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance
Ну,
section
уже всё,
and
уже
went straight ahead to the opposite door.
Я тут зашел, помнишь?
Ты пока спускаешься. Все лет.
Ну, пока ведро.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Давай.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Я не могу.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know
Я
what
не
the Bucket
могу.
Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Это
I can
невозможно.
hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Все уже.
Да, в любом случае, рад голодным.
The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Все-таки надо в левую дверь, да?
Там правый тоже какие-то проходы непонятные.
Ну да, левую. Все равно.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory.
Погоди-ка,
What did it
погоди.
look like?
Ведро же
There
тут.
was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer... The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Ничего не светится. О!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Давай сейчас посмотрим. Не, скучно. Это... О!
You found one of them. one of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket. Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Sure.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work. How wonderful.
Я знаю, без ведра пойдем. Вот туда. Пойдем без ведра. Как насчет так? И где мясорубка эта? Пойдем с ведром. Как насчет так вам, а?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Не, давай сначала попробуем без ведра пойти туда. И посмотрим, что там. Не, там закроет сразу дверь, поэтому... А че оно вот это все, да? Я танцую.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
О,
Oh, no.
Без ведра.
No, it's to the right. My
Стандартное
mistake.
ведро. Короче, с ведром дополнение.
No,
Без
not the
ведра.
right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ведро пропало, ведро.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Это реально поменялось. Так, понял.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Шариков нету.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Там вообще нету дверей.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Я не пойду. А что будет?
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Если пойти реально, то просто, не знаю, куда еще пойти. Есть какие-нибудь открытые двери? Нет, правильно, придется идти.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Ладно. Что происходит?
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure... Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Давай присутствуем.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and...